We received news that Travis Hunter will be done for the season and will be undergoing surgery. That was reported by ESPN's Adam Schefter. And on today's episode, I want to talk about why Travis Hunter two-way play, it has to end. And then all the frustration that we've been hearing all off season from AJ Brown, he's standing on business and not apologizing for his latest comments. Plus, we got a game tonight on Thursday Night Football with the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. Y'all know we going to talk about it, break it all down, but you got to hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, football fans? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, and I'm holding it down on today's daily episode. Try to get Steve-O in here, but Steve-O busy. But in the meantime, in between time, tune in, lock in, and get ready to talk some football talk. And while you're at it, while you're listening, just take a brief second and hit that like button and subscribe for all your NFL news and updates. But let's talk about Travis Hunter. So we heard from ESPN's Adam Schefter that Travis Hunter will be shut down for the season. And what was, in my evaluation, just a type of season for Travis Hunter. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I had higher expectations for Travis Hunter, but let's keep it real. Wasn't the greatest season for Travis Hunter, especially when you consider what it looked like offensively, what it looked like defensively, in the ending to a season that left a lot to be desired. Now, we did have some comments when it came to Liam Cohen, head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he said this. He said, I understand there's a lot of questions about if he'll remain a two-way player and all those kind of things. And this is via ESPN. All of that is premature. And at the end of the day, like every player on this roster, he'll be evaluated at the end of the season, and we'll be able to give him his three best, and the things that we need to continue to improve on and the things we need to build on. But right now, our complete focus is on the Chargers and getting a must need to win on Sunday. And again, that is coming from Jacksonville Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. And when reporters asked him if he believed Travis Hunter will continue to play both sides moving forward now that we heard the news. Now, here's my take on it. Shut it down. Travis Hunter does not need to play two ways on the football field, and it needs to stop now. The man is so damn nimble, he ain't going to be able to hold up. I understand that he once had his head coach in Deion Sanders, primetime Deion Sanders. It's not to say that he can't do it. It's just that for the sake of holding up through this NFL, with the way that his body is made up, with the way that the game is played at a faster speed in a passing league now, he will not be able to hold up as a two-way player. In fact, offensively, he was much better. Defensively, left a lot to be desired. Here are the stats. Offensively, 78 receptions, 724 yards, 340 of those 724 yards were yards after the catch and had a touchdown, while defensively, he only had 15 tackles. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. And I think the Jacksonville Jaguars did not have a good plan to utilize him, to allow him to play the style necessary, or give him an opportunity to have a way to play both sides of the field effectively. So we need to shut it down right now. Shut it down. I will say, let him be an offensive player. The numbers speaks for themselves. I think that you can utilize this guy in a multitude of ways offensively to help you score points. You can use him in a jet sweep. You can use him in the screen game. You can use him in a short game, intermediately and down the field, because we know he has good ball skills. At least that's what we saw while he was in college. And I believe that is something that can translate to the NFL. But Travis Hunter playing defensive back, shut it down. Shut it down. We've seen examples of him many, many times to where he was out there making plays offensively and then struggled a little bit to make plays defensively. So they have to shut it down. I get it. But the physicality of the game, it's not going to allow him to be at his best on both sides of the football. Again, we talked about being better offensively versus just being a waste defensively. And that is not to say he can't ever do it again, but at least for right now, shut it down. Just shut it down. Don't waste your time no more with this. Travis Hunter needs to be number 2, number 1 wide receiver type and be utilized in that way. Him alongside Brian Thomas would have been great if they would have just kept him on the offensive side. And that is not to come up here and say that if they only played him offensively that he wouldn't have got hurt. I'm not saying that. I'm not going down that road, because this is the NFL. Guys get hurt all the time. Guys take hits all the time, whether you're an offensive player or the defensive player. So I'm not going to say if they only held him to playing the offensive side of the ball that he would have been all right. But at the end of the day, it has to end right now. We ain't got to waste no more time with this. I understand you want to give him the 3 best, the 3 better, the 3 things that he needs to go out there and prove in, which is going to come at the end of the season. But the season is over now, so you need to tell him, once you start to get healthy, start training as an offensive player, because Trevor Lawrence, for all sakes in discussion, he has been mid, M-I-D, mid, his entire career. And he needs some type of stability to help him be able to elevate this team in Jacksonville. They had a very impressive win over the Kansas City Chiefs weeks ago. But this is the new day. This is the new day. And you need weapons on the offensive side of the ball now in today's NFL to be effective. So allow Travis Hunter to go out there and be effective on the offensive side of the ball. But now when you talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars front office and the decisions that they made to trade up for Travis Hunter, one has to honestly call into question, what was the decision behind that? We gotta ask that honest question. Jacksonville Jaguars front office, what was the process that you went through to say that we're going to trade up and grab Travis Hunter for this team? Your prized possession is Trevor Lawrence. I'm not a believer, but they are believers because they paid him. So why go get Travis Hunter when your pass catchers back in the day, we had Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, and some other guys, Evan Ingram, and some other guys, they didn't pan out well. So you go get Brian Thomas Jr., and then in this recent, leading into this year, you have Travis Hunter. You need offensive weapons that are going to be able to do things, make life easier for Trevor Lawrence, and go win football games. He wasn't going to help you win much football games on the defensive side. And that is not to say that he came into this league as a bad defensive player. It's just to say that he was much better offensively for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And if you disagree, let me know why. Because I honestly need to know why. I honestly need to know why. Travis Hunter is a better offensive player than he is defensively in the NFL. Don't talk to me about college. This ain't college. We're talking about the NFL. He's better offensively in the NFL. We've seen him make plays with his legs and his playmaking ability in the NFL more so than we've seen him make plays defensively. So it has to end now. You are a wide receiver. No more defensive back. You don't have the body makeup of a prime time. You're not as athletic as a prime time. And now you are showing that you are not that damn durable to play both sides of the football, at least right now. At least right now. So if I'm the Jacksonville Jaguars and head coach Liam Cohen, we shutting it down. We shutting it down. No, we're not talking about this no more. If it's a conversation between myself and Travis Hunter, you're a wide receiver from here on out. We're not playing this game no more. We're not. You just can't play this game no more. You cannot play this game with trying to say Travis Hunter could be a two-way player. Shut it down. It's over. But hey, we move on. Let's talk about A.J. Brown and these Philadelphia Eagles. All season long, A.J. Brown has been vocal about the Eagles offense. Even so, to where you had a victory over the Green Bay Packers, which you won that game 10-7. However, it should have been like 28-7. The way that the Eagles defense played versus the Green Bay Packers, you left a lot of points on the board. And I'll keep it real with you. A.J. Brown, I said weeks ago, he's not wrong. Some people are going to look at A.J. Brown and they're going to say, hey, you won a championship. Hey, why don't you go out there and be quiet if you're winning? Because it feels so much better than to produce and win than to be a bystander and win. I keep telling people that, but they just don't believe it. You can go out there and say you're in a winning situation. I understand that to the upteenth degree. But if you know you're great, you will want to be great to go out there and produce to get to receive that greatness that you're chasing. You want to do it. This ain't the lottery ticket. This is not a lottery ticket to where you go play a couple numbers and you win 10 million. No, we're fighting for Super Bowls. And on that run to the Super Bowl, he was great. Right now, they don't look like they're going to be on that run to the Super Bowl. Yes, they keep finding ways to win, but when you get in the playoffs, high-pressured moments expose bad teams or weaknesses in teams. And if the Philadelphia Eagles don't figure out this offense and be more consistent with the pass game alongside the run game, it will not be another Lombardi coming to Philly this season. This season. So I'm with A.J. Brown 100%. And when he was pressed by the press, when he was pressed by reporters, he had this to say. Here it is. I think if you got eyes, you can see that. It's the same things I've been saying all season. So me making light of my situation on Twitch with my friend, that's something I'm not apologizing for. Because like I said, if you have eyes, you can see that. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. We can't go out there as fans, media, reporters, journalists, podcasters, whatever, and say, we want the players to keep it real. And then when they keep it real, we castigate the players. We cannot do that. Now there's certain things to where you be like, all right, bro, you should never said that. And we can keep it real and be like, chill, chill, chill. But then at the same time, when A.J. Brown is saying, look at what your eyes are telling you, he ain't lying. This is what I keep saying. There's going to be people that come out here and say, oh, he just being a diva. Oh, he just being a sore loser, or he's not helping the team. There could be some validity in that. There could be some validity in that. Could be. But at the same time, when you know you're great, you want to do great things and win at the same damn time. Now, there's going to be somebody, well, if he feels that way, trade him. Okay. They can very well trade him, but then that hurts their chances of winning a championship, because now a part of your offense that you didn't have to worry about as far as personnel, you're going to have a void there now. You're going to allow teams now to key in on Devontae Smith. So no, you don't trade him. You figure this damn offense out. Can you guys believe this? Can you guys believe that Saquon Barkley only has one game to where he rushed over 100 yards? Can you guys believe that it's only about 2 or 3 games to where Saquon Barkley only rushed for 60 yards or more? Can you believe that? This offense is not good right now. So he's not wrong. He's just being vocal about it. And for a group of people, you and me included, that say don't be talking stuff behind the scene or doing certain things to hurt the team. He wants what's best for the team. And sometimes wanting what's best for you and your situation in the team requires you to be vocal about it. And he's been vocal about it. And I respect him for not apologizing for what he's saying, because he's not lying. They have to be better if they want to repeat as champions in Philly. So he's not lying. You don't have to like the way that he's going about it, but at the end of the day, he's not lying. They have to be better. Pass game has to be better. Run attack has to be better. Quarterback has to be better. Wide receivers have to be better. Everything on this Eagles offense has to be better. So he's not lying, guys. I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at A.J. Brown for keeping it a buck, and he ain't apologizing anyway. And if I'm him, I would do the same thing. I'm not apologizing for telling you to look at what your eyes are telling you while we go out there and play football games. Yes, we're winning. Yes, we are. But I need y'all to look at this. While the Philadelphia Eagles are winning, don't this remind you of the Kansas City Chiefs from last year? The Kansas City Chiefs won all them games last year and got exposed in the final game of the season, the biggest game of the season, and got waxed before halftime. Don't you think football players like A.J. Brown know that? He understands that if they don't get this thing rolling, even if they make it to the Super Bowl, they can get embarrassed. Who wants that? So I look at him and I honestly commend him for keeping it real. We cannot, as people that cover these games and cover the leagues, say, hey, why you lying to our face? But then when they keep it truthful and be real to our face, we get mad. No, you can't have it both ways. If you want these players and these media members and these teams and everybody around surrounding the sports we love to be honest, you have to take the honesty for what it is and just commend the guy. You don't have to like the way that they're doing it, but this is his way. This is his way. I say all that to say, I wouldn't apologize neither. Man. But hey, we got a game tonight versus the New York Jets. With the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots in a divisional matchup. I'm going to just keep it real short and sweet. I don't think the Jets got a chance. Hopefully I come back out here tomorrow and I have to recorrect myself and say, hey, Jets, you surprised the hell out of me. But as of right now, I don't think the Jets got a chance. That's just me. But there is a such thing as any given Sunday. Today is Thursday, so it could be any given Thursday. I just don't think that the Jets can compete with this New England Patriots team. I think that Drake May is going to be exceptional tonight and play well. We'll see what happens. I'm taking New England Patriots by 14. But hey, that is it for me today, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of NFL Central. Before you get up out of here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. And chime in and let me know your thoughts about the topics discussed today. A.J. Brown not apologizing, and they need to stop playing Travis Hunter as a two-way player. Must stop. Let me know how you feeling. That is it for me. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you always love football, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. For sure. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break